Hello, it's Mark here from Yokel Bear Reads with the second of my recommended ghost stories for Christmas. And this ghost story is a very modern one, written in the last couple of years, and it appears in this anthology that was published this year, which is Phantoms, edited by Marie O'Regan, Haunting Tales from masters of the genre. So you see, we've got Joe Hill, Alison Littlewood, and many others, Paul Tremblay. But the story I'm going to tell you about is M.R. Carey, and the story is called My Life in Politics. A quite innocuous title for what's quite a startling story. And it tells the story of a young woman called Denise, whose parents are involved with politics. And it also tells the story of a politician, an MP called Tom Peveril, who's, well, how can we say this? Reminds me of quite a few MPs in Britain at the moment, in that he's a populist MP and he very much kind of capitalises on anti-immigration rhetoric and anti-refugee rhetoric. And this is almost kind of a revenge tale. It's told from the point of view of Denise in the first person. And Denise is a really interesting character because there's something, she's obviously an adult, but there's something kind of childlike about her, almost to the point that I don't know whether she has some kind of learning disability, I'm not sure, but she's got a very childlike quality to her, and she's very trusting. But also, as well, she's not quite like other girls. She seems to be a bit different. And when you first start reading the story, you're not quite sure what the difference is. But as the story goes on, you begin to see that she can see and hear things that other people can't. And the story kind of reaches a peak where she has to drop something round to the house of the MP. And this is where, well, maybe a bit of content warning here as well, is the MP is not a good man, shall we say, and a situation develops. But there are, how can I put this, ghosts, many ghosts, who have been waiting for their time with Tom Peveril. And I'm just going to read one bit, and this again is told from the point of view of Denise. And this is the ghost kind of talking to her. Well now, they said, it's about time you woke up to your obligations. The music of their voices came out of nowhere from all directions, filling my head. You must give us permission, the voices said, in the old words and the old cadence. Do that, and perhaps we will be able to solve each other's problems. And solve each other's problems they do. I didn't really see the ending coming, though it was quite satisfying. It doesn't end well, but there's a kind of satisfaction about it. Also, as well, this is a bang up to date ghost story. I think sometimes ghost stories reflect the concerns and worries of the time, the things that put us on edge. I would say that this is probably the first ever Brexit-Era ghost story I've ever read. It's about mistrusting politicians, and also it's about kind of getting revenge on people that use issues for their own ends. Why should you read this? I think it's just great to read a modern ghost story in a setting that you're really familiar with. I love ghost stories that are set in kind of, 19th century country houses and fluttering curtains as the moon shines down. This is different. This happens in a normal house, in a normal town with normal people, and and I think sometimes that can make it even more scary. So that's my recommendation from the collection Phantoms, edited by Maria O'Regan. It's M.R. Carey's My Life in Politics. So yes, I think this is worth a read. This whole collection actually is really worth getting if you like a good horror story, if you like a good ghost story. So next time we're going to visit the vicarage. We're going to the vicarage, or the rectory, I should say, to be more precise. And we're going to have a ghost story written by somebody who's more known for her crime fiction, Ruth Rendell. But yeah, this one's an interesting one. So next time, we'll be going to the rectory with Ruth Rendell. In the meantime, sleep well.